we talk about mats, wool mats?
Yes.
They've been all the rage for a couple years now, right?
Yes.
And you're like, why? What is the big deal on a wool mat? Do I need a wool mat? Why?
Everybody needs a wool mat.
Why, Brent? Why do we need a wool mat?
Because it's supposed to help with pressing.
Why and how?
I don't know. I've just been told it helps with pressing. It's like many
Yeah.
things in life. I don't question it. I just obey. Wool
Yeah.
mats, yes, we have them, and I will sell them to you.
Okay, well, I can tell you that I probably own, I have one more that's in the middle size of these two. Can you do overhead for me? I have this big one, which is, this literally sits on my ironing table and is used all the time. I don't iron on my ironing table anymore. I iron on this that sits on my ironing table. It also, see, it's well loved. It gets, everything gets on it. Glue, starch, doesn't matter. Takes a beating, keeps on kicking.
Now, my question, you say glue and starch.
Yep.
One of the issues I run into having a classroom
Yep.
is people are very generous with their glue or starch, or they don't put their, and it gets all over things.
Yeah.
Will this make your iron sticky if it's got glue and stuff on it, or does it get absorbed pretty nicely into the wool and you don't have to worry about
I
it?
use Teflon-based irons, so they don't
Okay.
get sticky.
Okay.
So I don't ever have to deal with the stickiness. But this is not sticky.
That's why. Okay. So
If you feel it, there's no
Yeah,
sticky
okay.
here. I mean, it absorbs. One thing about wool is, here's why they work. They're all natural. They come from sheep, right? Wool comes from sheep. Have you ever seen a wet sheep? Have you ever seen a wet sheep?
a wet sheep.
Yeah, like when a sheep is out in the rain, what happens to their wool?
I don't know. I've never seen a sheep out in the rain. Who leaves their sheep in the rain?
Well, if it's raining and the sheep...
That's like
Okay,
the
well,
that's
what
like the
happens
I'm
is
calling the Humane Society if I see sheep wandering around out in the rain.
their wool doesn't go,
This is
okay?
true.
It
Yeah,
doesn't.
I get
It
what you mean.
stays fluffy. It stays...
Like
it,
humidity fluffy?
yeah, it's protected. It's got natural lanolin in it, which is an oil, and it keeps the sheep warm in the winter and cool in the summer,
Now,
just
when
like
you say
we
the
like
sheep-
wool batting. It's a natural heat retainer, disperser. Goes this way. Doesn't go in it, it goes out of it.
Repellent.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you. That's what I wanted.
Okay.
It naturally does that. It also naturally will not absorb liquids, which is why if you're a heavy steamer and you use a wool mat, you will see water on the underside of it because
It just goes through
it just goes through it. It
Interesting.
doesn't absorb. It sheds or runs through. So those are the two, plus it's
Imagine a
two-sided.
sheep shed, like your dogs,
Yeah, well,
and then they have like these little wool balls just all over the.
well, there's a
field.
couple reasons why I am now a lover of wool mats, and we're going to actually do a test today. Because
Okay.
you have, this isn't the best thing out there, but it is one that's out there that whoops, this is what Brent's going to use because I don't want him to win.
To win?
This is we're having a race.
No, but we're going to both press. You're going to use the June Taylor's regular pressing off, which is handy to have because on this side it's cutter, right? And on this side it's a pressing machine. It's good for on your lap, and I do use it. But you and I've used it on the show before, so it's not that it's a piece of junk. It's not. But if you really want some serious pressing, here's what I end up doing. My wool mat on top of my June Taylor. And by the way, you can put this wool mat on top of most surfaces and not worry about the heat from underneath. You do have to worry if you're a heavy steamer though, because
The
it will
water.
it goes through.
Because
And it
that
will
was
ruin your
our
wood
concern
surface.
because
But
somebody.
heat, no, I iron right on top of my cutting mat.
Somebody, not to name any names, was concerned because they're like, well, my iron burned through. It got really hot.
Well,
And they're just like,
actually, this wool does not burn.
I was going to say, it took 2 days. That's
yeah,
why it got a little warm
it doesn't
underneath.
burn and it doesn't melt.
Yeah.
No, underneath, yeah, but wool, now dogs can eat through it and cats can eat through it and make pillows out of it, but it doesn't, wool doesn't burn and it doesn't melt. Ask the sheep, they'll tell you. The sheep know best. So, anyway, I want to, I have also this one that Brenda gave me, which I use all the time now for opening
We will have those. We
seams.
should have those in stock before
This
the
is
week's
like
out.
one of my favorite things in opening my seams.
That took me some hunting to find those in stock.
And I'll tell you, it's this wool that makes the difference. Now, what we're going to do, oh, and another thing I like about the mats, we're going to do some laundry. I have some really wrinkly cloth. This is not pre-treated. This is fat quarters right out of the bag.
Right out of the bag as in dryer?
No, as in
Just
this
stuffed
bag.
up and thrown in the bag.
I stuffed them up. I squished it up really good. I made them really
I always love when
messy.
Adriana gets on chat. Wow, how neat! Like she has any
Hi,
idea,
Miss A.
like she has any idea
She
what we're
comes
talking
in,
about.
she says one thing, and then she goes.
Hey, you know,
She just wants to know.
we'll take the hits when we can get them.
So, so these are not sprayed, not treated, not anything.
But that was, I believe, the Downton Abbey collection. Was that Downton Abbey?
Does it matter?
No, it's not. Why? You saying this one isn't any good?
No, I was just looking at it. I thought I recognized it, but I was wrong.
Okay, I have my little guide here. Oh, the other thing to get best results with this is probably my favorite thing. You don't go to a cotton setting. You go to a wool setting, which isn't as warm as a cotton setting, so you don't burn your little fingers off. You know how I'm always using my glue and everything?
Mm-hmm.
I can turn my little guy down, and if my hand hits my iron, I don't get a big blister. Wool works at a lower level. Now, what's going to happen? Here's the technology of it, because I had to do my research. Is if you cover this, you are defeating the purpose of the wool mat. Do not make covers for your wool mats. Okay, Brent? No cover.
Okay.
Because what's happening is, as you're heating here, it's going here and it's heating here. So it's like ironing both sides at the same time. So you literally cut your time in half. Try it with a seam. Because you know how I always do front and back, both sides of the seam. You don't have to with a wool mat. I still do because I've got a bad habit of it. But it actually irons both sides at the same time. The other thing is, your fabric sticks to the wool mat better than it sticks. Well, that's not a good example, is it, Becky? Well, it sticks better to the wool mat.
That's a plus for the June Taylor mat. See how
Well,
nice
it
it
is.
held everything in
Yep.
place?
Because then you're not getting distortion. Even if you forget to press and you do a little ironing, because you have a wool mat, your fabric isn't moving all over the place.
Suddenly pressing and ironing makes sense. I feel like I've been enlightened. I never thought
I'm gonna
about
go
the,
on my
the
big one to
fabric
show you.
sliding on the thing.
No, it does.
I
And it
see
stretches
now,
and
yes.
it distorts.
I never understood. Everyone's like, press or iron. I'm like, it's the same friggin' thing. Why
No.
are we talking about it? Now I get it.
Are you serious about that?
Yes, he is.
No, I understood that there was a difference in the action, but I'm like, why does it matter? But the
Because
the distortion of the
It's
fabric.
distortion of the fabric. And when you're on the
And
wool
the
mat,
I think I've been doing this for how long?
especially
and-
if you're doing a block, you know, if you want to press the block, you're getting a lot less distortion. The other thing that I love about the wool mat is I can use pins in it. And you know, I'm a big proponent of
I have an allergy to pins, so
lining
that's not a
things up
selling
with
point.
pins, and I can put pins right in this, no problem. In fact, if I've got a block that is a little wonky, I can actually block it out to some degree, you know, wet it, stretch it, make it behave, pin it on my mat, and then put my press on there, and I'm like, yeah, till it gets washed anyway, I'm good to go. I can at least get it in the quilt before anybody knows. So,
That's way more hardcore than anything I would do. I just throw it on there, iron it, call it good.
no, but so now I want to see if we get different results.
Okay.
I'm going up to about 300.
300?
On this, yeah.
350 is what it takes to cook a pizza.
We're not, again, can you see the wrinkles on the dark one? Can you? Yeah. See
Oh,
those,
yeah.
see those
You can-
nasty creases
You
we
can
got?
see the fold lines.
That's what I
pretty
want.
nice.
Okay, and here's the red one, just so you see nasty fold lines, right? They both have very nasty
I
fold
don't
lines.
see why you're being so mean to the fold lines. They didn't do anything to you.
We don't like fold lines in our stuff. So Brent,
It's not their fault.
just, you don't worry about ironing the whole piece.
I'm just going to iron right here.
Yeah, or press it.
Press it. Am I pressing? Am I going now?
You are.
I'm going to wait for hit 300.
Now you're close enough.
I'm
It's
close
290 already. These heat very quickly. What do you want me to do? I gotta see if there's something else I forgot to tell you that was really cool.
And I don't know if
Also-
whenever you iron or press
Do you-
red fabric, you will notice that it does change color. When it cools off, it will go back to what it needs to be.
Yeah.
I know some people get kind of worried
Okay,
about
let's
that.
see how that looks now. Because I can see it's heated. I can see
Yeah.
its color. So that looks pretty good.
It does, but I still, yeah.
Hold it up, hold it up.
Yeah, but the crease is still there. I don't know if you can see it on the camera.
Well, mine might be there too. Let's find out.
I'm just saying, the crease is still there.
It is still there.
Yes, there's a slight crease where I did.
Okay,
the
so I'm
pressing.
doing a crease too, okay?
Okay.
I set the timer so we both have the same amount of time.
Oh, there's a timer on there.
Yeah.
Oh, this is like
Now,
true
I'm actually going to do a bigger spot than you
scientific-
because I
Yeah, but now
can-
you're ironing, you're not pressing. You hold
I
the
can
press.
on my wool mats.
Okay, fine.
This is my, do you see my material moving? Look,
No.
my 30 seconds, is it up? Didn't beep. It should have beeped. That's 30 seconds.
Okay.
Now, I only iron one side too, right?
Yeah. No,
Yeah. Here's the front.
There is no crease. I mean, it's
It's a tiny crease.
kind of there, but not like
Here's the
here.
back.
Okay.
Now show the front and back on yours.
You can still kind of see it because this is upper corners where we.
Yeah. So let's try it again for 30 seconds.
And you can
Brent.
actually see it
Pick a
right on the
different
back.
spot because we didn't pay attention to our 30 seconds. But I actually did a bigger spot than you too.
You did.
Can I also suggest, because of Matt using,
Mhm.
because I have the same setup at my house too.
Yeah.
I don't like the white one because it's squishier. Like, if you're using.
Oh,
a
it's
small-
softer.
It's softer, not
Yeah,
the-
this is
yeah.
very firm. That's actually, when you're buying your wool mats, they're not all created equal. There's some that are thinner and squishier. That's not what you want. You want them to be dense. That's what the ticket is. The dense and 100% wool. 100% wool.
And those are the only mats that we carry here at Four Pines Quilting,
Okay.
100% wool.
All right, so you did yours for 30 seconds. I'm going to do mine for 30 seconds. I'm doing-
30 segundos.
Look at this. I'm doing the whole other
Vamos
half.
a planchar nuestra
I'm doing
tela.
my whole, do you see?
I'm doing the
whole half.
Spanish translation.
Use your smaller mat, just to be fair.
I got extra time. I'm done, and I'm using up 30 seconds. I'm done in
Yeah, she's
15
got time to
seconds, and I'm
kill.
just carrying
She's
on.
got time to kill.
I'm like, do. He could have moved us around. Do. I still got 4 seconds. Do. I was done in 15. Oh, there it is.
I love
It's
how
done.
you're like you're
I
like
was done
riding
in
like
15. Look at nothing. Look at this.
wow.
I'm telling you, nothing.
So you got that whole thing
There
down?
wasn't even water or starch, and you know I love a good starch.
Especially that vodka mix, huh?
Well, now that you mention it, let's
Oh,
let's
did we say?
try
Did I
you.
segue that? Oh, look at me go.
Let's get a different section here. We're gonna try this again on. Well, I've got more fabric here. Here's a new piece.
Oh, okay. I get a new piece.
Yeah, we
Okay.
need a new piece. Now let's pretend you're spraying it.
We're gonna pretend that I spray.
Well,
it,
no,
or
we are
actually
gonna spray it.
Okay.
Okay, want a shot? Make sure it works. Oop, yep.
You should see the water cannon I'm building. I'm very excited.
I'm gonna spray you in a minute. Okay, there you go. And I'm gonna get a new one.
Do I go? Okay.
Set your timer.
I
Set
did-
your timer.
It's a blinking. How do I make it go? Oh, wrong button.
Feel free. Look, I'm still amazed.
That's gonna come out easily.
Remember, he's got 30 seconds. Iron as much as you want in 30 seconds, pumpkin.
Oh, I'm getting half of it done. We got 10 seconds to go. So yeah. Remember that stupid show Fear Factor?
Yes.
Yeah. Apparently the channel we have stuck on the television because you don't have internet television, like that one channel that always
Oh,
shows
you're
up.
done.
It's Fear Factor, and that is the dumbest show ever. And I don't know how it made it for as long
You can
as
show
it
me
did.
the front and the back.
So there's the front.
There's the front. Not bad. Not
Not
bad.
bad,
You
no,
got
no.
a little something.
Yeah.
You didn't
Yeah,
get
but I didn't get it all, but the starch really helped.
Yeah, and you definitely need to turn it over and do the back.
Yeah, but the starch
So-
helped. Made it much
Yeah,
easier.
Yeah, but you didn't get up both sides at once.
Yes, this is true.
Ready?
I like that fabric.
Oh, that would make me
I was enjoying the song she was humming. It's like she's in a Disney cartoon where she's, you know,
Like the Snow White in the beginning.
yeah, or like Cinderella when she's doing all her chores.
I still have 5 seconds and I'm done. Just keep going. And
I don't have any song.
front, back.
And
The
it's
whole piece.
done.
Front, back.
Wow.
Yeah. I like it.
Come on.
I'm excited.
This is why you need a wool mat. If I didn't try this, I wouldn't have believed it myself. But it's true. They half the time, because you
The
don't
biggest-
even have your back done yet.
I don't know.
Yours is still wet.
No, the one
Mine
of
is not. You know why? Because it does the front at the same time as it does the back. It really does.
I'm-
Well, it's a little wet here.
the biggest downside I see to the wool mat when you're trying to tell somebody on is the
Yeah.
price, because you are going to find that the bigger the mat gets, the pricier they are going to be.
Right. This size mat and maybe a little
Yeah.
bigger. It's like what, 25 to
That's going to be right around
$30?
25, 30 bucks.
If
Yeah.
this is all I could afford, I would
Yep.
get it to have for my pieces.
Yes. If you want the big mat that covers
I
the
do mine.
entire top of your ironing board, that's
Yeah.
like $150.
Yeah, but I'm telling you,
Yeah. It's
They're-
worth it.
they're amazing.
Yeah, it's
It's
definitely
amazing.
worth it. But just be,
God,
but
I
it
was
is going to
gonna-
be.
I was gonna-
So if you're getting a
Same-
really,
same with these.
if you get a
Now-
really good deal on one, you want to double check that it's 100%.
here's
wool.
something else I wanted you to try. Yeah, make sure it's 100% sheep wool. I don't know what.
Sheep wool, not
Now,
alpaca.
Look what happens when I spray on here.
Am
Feel
I
it.
going to hold that up so we can see?
It's wet.
So I don't know that you can't see the moisture.
Can you feel it? Tell them about it. What you
Wetness
feel.
is the essence
Soggy.
of moisture.
Now dry it with the iron. Dry it with, stop feeling it like a sex addict. Yeah, dry it.
I don't know what button to push.
How did you get to sex addict from
Because
touching?
you were massaging it like you were up to something. Here, I'm going to use my net. Okay, now see if it's dry. Your 30 seconds is up.
Okay, my 30 seconds is up. Is it dry?
Dry.
Do you want me to touch
No,
it?
you feel it. I'm not touching it.
I'm
You're
going to
feeling it.
sensually touch my.
Does it feel good?
It's still a little damp.
Okay, watch this. Because people are like, oh, now watch. I'm just misting, okay? I'm
Are
not
you going to
steaming.
massage yours now?
Look
You
at-
made me
Oh, I
massage
thought I
mine.
could tell you how there's no heat. Did you feel any? Now, okay, I missed
I love the
it.
fact that there's glitter on the back of that,
Well,
though.
there's, it's Becky's. Look at, so people say, oh, you're going to starch on that mat? Yeah. Well, how much if you get stuff on it? Oh, well, look.
But you didn't feel it
I
and
am-
touch it to find
I'm
out if it was wet.
I did.
Okay.
And I looked underneath to see if it went through. Oh, and I still, I'm done though. I'm done. I can't
Well, you
use
missed that
30
spot up in the
seconds.
corner there because you weren't reaching all the way
Okay,
up.
but look, feel. Tell me if you feel anything. Not there,
No.
here.
No, there's nothing there. It's no.
I know, see?
I
I'll leave this for 2 days.
You
No, I
can leave
won't.
it for
I'm
2
not
days.
gonna leave it for 2 days. But my thing is, people are nervous about what they put them on.
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it in one spot for 30 seconds. Oh yeah, you want?
We'll just do it right.
Can you feel anything?
No. No, there's nothing there. Like nothing at all.
And it's at 300 still.
It's at 300, yeah.
yeah.
Which is you don't have to go all the way higher than that. Did
And
you
I'm-
just see me iron cotton at 300 degrees, 2 sides at once?
No, it's not going through. Even with
All right, well,
even with like
I
pressure
gotta tell
on it.
you, go out and get yourself a 100% wool mat
Yep.
because they are worth it.
They are.
And I wouldn't have believed it, except I started timing stuff and I went, holy tamale, it's true. Never mind that I like it for many other reasons. I take this, you see, look at this guy. You
It-
know what else you can use it for?
No, but you're going to tell us.
I am, because I find myself doing that with this little one. You know how I was showing you how to make design boards and you're
Yep.
pressing all your stuff open? Well, goes right to my sewing machine.
Now, does it?
Because I make myself get up. I don't put everything right next to me at home. I
So
have to get
so
steps
because
in.
it also keeps it from sliding around, it will
Yeah.
act as kind of like a flannel. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And a pressing sheet, so it does both, and if it's bigger, yeah.
So
I
we
don't
could just-
usually do this.
so if we could just figure out how to cut on it.
My favorite size is in between these two, and it's currently on loan to Deanna. So. But yeah, they have more than one use is all
Yeah.
I can tell you. They're really handy. And don't be afraid to get them mucky because they still work. All right, that's it. That was
That's
my
all I
wool
have?
mat.
Show us
The seam,
thought you were gonna show us
the wacko-do thingy.
I showed that last time.
What did you want
This
to see?
one? You don't remember
This
it?
is your wool one, I figured you'd show.
I showed this one. I don't have a seam.
Yeah, we didn't make seams.
Darn it.
I did.
You would put your seam on top of here. Now, why this is good though is because of the concave.
Concave, yes, convex.
What
is in,
happens is
concave
it
out.
automatically spreads your little guy down so your seam opens, wants to open for you. And then when you press it, I would normally not use this big iron, but and yes, I can iron and not worry about distorting my fabrics. I don't want to hear people saying, no, I'm okay, I'm on wool. It's not distorting.
I'm the last person that's going to tell you you're going to distort fabric.
Okay, but it doesn't. That's the beauty. All of a sudden, you don't care about that stuff anymore. And you go like this, and what happens when that seam's pressed, you don't get those little ridges down the middle of your block.
Yes.
How many people have ironed on the ironing board and then picked up the fabric and there's little dots all over it?
Everybody.
Oh, so frustrating.
What dots are we talking about?
From the metal thing underneath it. No matter how many pieces of batting you put on that darn thing, you iron and then you
I
start
have
seeing all
not
these
done
little
enough
spots.
ironing in my life.
I know it.
Yeah.
Hey, want to take this off? We'll iron it probably in
There are
60
things
seconds.
there's probably things you don't want to see in this lifetime. And me,
Anyway.
bare-chested in all my glory,
Oh.
might be one of them.
A wool mat is different.
That's how Sasquatch sightings happen.
Oh my gosh. A wool mat is different and they are
If
worth
there's
it.
a Sasquatch sighting in the White
I think
Mountains,
you ought
I
to
was
give them
hiking that
a
weekend.
sale if they come in and buy a wool mat and they saw it on the show.
Okay. We'll figure that out. Come in and say you saw the wool mat on the show and we'll give you a deal. I don't know what the
10%
deal.
off.
We'll make the deal up when they come in.
Say, I need one of Becky's wool mats. I'm
And-
going to go in the wool mat business. I'm going to buy me some sheep.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, that's all I got.
That's all you got. Right on time today. We're doing
What
good.
was that about my cricket? Oh, Francine. Okay, I have to tell you, I don't use regular irons. Can I talk about my cricket iron?
I don't care.
I have 3 different size cricket irons. I have the little one, which is my
Great for pizza.
perfect for piecing. Don't leave home without it. This is, and
And I'm just going to throw out there as a local quilt shop owner, I
You-
looked at becoming a cricket dealer. It's a pain in the butt. Just buy
Yeah.
your cricket on Amazon. It's one of those things, even if I could get them,
The-
Amazon's probably my wholesale price. So,
these are awesome and they come with these little stands, so it's very safe too. You just sit them in the little stand. Look how long that's sitting there.
and we don't have a
I have a
fire.
wool mat.
No fire.
No, and it didn't melt.
Yeah.
How about that? And I can still touch it. See?
You can touch it.
I can't. Okay, so the reason I love these is they have a Teflon bottom. I'm going to shoot you. A Teflon bottom. Virtually nothing sticks to these things. Not glue, not wax, not anything. The other thing I love
It
about
puts
them
the lotion in the basket.
It is hot in
What
every
we've
single.
got here is
It's hot in every.
failure to
I'm
communicate.
trying to tell them about my.
Sorry, it was a long one.
It's hot in every single corner. It's the same temperature in every single corner, so you're getting uniform heat when you set it down. Plus, it has a timer. Plus, you can
I
digitally
like-
set your temperature.
I like the temperature control. I really think
I
that's a
love
nice.
the temperature control because when
Yeah.
I do cotton, I'm going to go to 360, 375.
And if you're one
but I
of
don't
those-
have to if I'm using a wool mat.
And if you're one of those people that worries about not having steam in your iron,
No steam. I do
use
not
a
use steam.
spray bottle.
Well, you
thing.
just saw me not use steam.
Well, no, but I'm
But-
saying to some people, if you want to steam it,
If you want to
just get
mist
it-
it, don't.
yeah.
If you want to mist it, use
Yeah.
a mist bottle. I actually have a bigger one for when I do yardage. It's the same thing as this, it's just bigger, so it probably is as big as this mat
Close.
for yardage. But these are the 2, if you can only afford one, this is probably, no, you need to afford 2. These are better.